Let's keep talking about the cost of living and an expense that a lot of families are struggling with these days. That's the high cost of childcare. A report from the organization Childcare Aware shows that Granite Staters who have an infant at a child care center, along with a toddler there at the same time, are paying about $32,000 a year. Now, there have been tax credit proposals and hiring incentives, but can you pledge tonight to do something dramatic to really make childcare accessible to mass numbers of families, Ms. Goodland?
Look, this is such an important issue, Adam. I hear about it everywhere I go. I was in Concord listening to families who are feeling a lot of pain in this area right now. Look, we have to make childcare more affordable and more accessible to people across this state. It's a workforce development issue at its bottom. So number one, you're right, the costs are way too high. You know, for families around the state, most of them find themselves in a childcare desert. Almost half the people in the state are not in the vicinity of a child care provider. So we've got to bring more providers into the state, which goes to housing, which I hope is something we'll have a chance to talk about. But we've got to incentivize employers to help bring people back into the workforce who have been unable to go back to work because they've had to make the painful choice of either staying at home and caring for their kids or going back to work. And I've talked to so many, especially women around the state, who are feeling the brunt of the pain of this problem, who have had to make a heartbreaking choice that they cannot afford to go back to work. So I do believe this is an area where Congress has got to really dig in. And I'm encouraged to see that there are bipartisan solutions. Senator Michael Bennet has proposed a bipartisan bill together with Republican senators who, Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee, who he's probably never worked with before. So this is an encouraging area of bipartisan cooperation.
Ms. Tong-Williams, should Congress do something dramatic to lower the cost of child care?
I don't know what that dramatic means. When government prints money, drive up a cost of energies, food, and labor cost goes up. Then unnecessary regulations make lots of people who want to maybe take care of children also have to go through red tapes. When government creates a problem, then they blame on other things. Then they offer bigger government solutions to give you more printed money, then inflation goes up some more. It's a vicious circle. We need to bring down inflation. That will drive the labor costs going down. And then we look at our spending priorities and what is the reason we come together. We need to put our people first. But don't forget, we sent $175 billion to Ukraine. $175 billion. Every Democrat in U.S. House voted for it and waved Ukrainian flag where our people, our veterans, our mom, dad cannot afford simple daily costs like that. And the mainstream media don't report that. And I need to tell you the truth. Who is going to put the people's interests first?
Ms. Tong-Williams, that's time.